Thank y'all. Hey, everybody, come on over. Let's go. Big things happen. Big things need to happen. So, let me just ask you. I was driving up here in REM's It's the End of the World was playing. Who thinks it might be the end of the world? Kind of a doomsday scenario, Revelations. It's crazy times. So if it's not the end of the world, is it the end of America? Is America on our last breath? Look at what's happening to our country right now. They're taking down the statues of Christopher Columbus, who dedicated his voyage to the Blessed Mother and discovered this land through prayer. They're taking down the statues of people that have no history of racism. Abraham Lincoln's statue they want down. They want Teddy Roosevelt, who was a very liberal president for his time. They're rewriting history. They're attacking us on every front. We're getting killed. 26 trillion in debt right now. China's owning us. Where are we going? How are we gonna make it? These are tough times, folks. I'm telling you. So you look at the Illinois Republican Party historically, okay? And how did we get here? Are we done? Do we have a fight left in us? Take out McHenry out of the equation. Y'all are still solid red. Thank you and God bless. Amen. But the rest of the state, come on. Look what's going on. We have all the constitutional offices are held by Democrats. We're in a super minority in both the House and the Senate. We have this billionaire governor that doesn't believe you deserve liberty. We look at how did we get here as a Republican Party? What did we do? How do we come back from that? So my campaign, I'm running for United States Senate from Illinois against a guy who's been there for 38 years, Dick Durbin. Dick Durbin is number 2 in leadership for the Democratic Party. He doesn't come to McHenry County. He doesn't come to Lake County even. He doesn't care. He's taking you for granted. The only time he's in Illinois, he's at a steakhouse in Chicago or maybe visiting his Springfield home for a day here and there. You're irrelevant. He answers to the rest of the United States senators on the Democrat side, a far left partisan. So how's my campaign going? You think it'd be going great, right? I'm running against Darth Vader. So I got about 25 grand in the bank, and he's got 5 million, and if he wanted, he'd have 20 million tomorrow. The National Republican Senate doesn't recognize Illinois. They're not interested in the race right now. The Illinois Republican Party has zero money to give me. And so this is all doom, right? Let me just tell you something. It's not. This is the very time for which champions are made, for which great things happen, for which great stories that we are able to pass on to future generations, how we fought a very important battle for the soul of America, the soul of Illinois, the soul of the Republican Party. It's right now.
That's right.
So when I look at it, what's going to happen? There's 7 deadly sins. I said we're all dying, right? America's dying. We're on our last breath, potentially. Look at what pride has done to us, and that's basically selfishness. As sheriff, I raised over $1 million probably 12 years. I was a very popular sheriff, easily, well over $1 million. And everybody donated to me. When I ask the people that donated to me now, that are contractors, construction people, well, Durbin's got his minions out there, and I really can't afford to have my name on your D1s or what have you. It's all about me, right? You look at, lost another one, who gets to go to the bathrooms and stuff? We don't care. Everything's defined by sexuality right now. Envy. You know what's driving those wars in the street? They see that people have all this wealth and they have nothing. Anger. We talk about black reparations. When are we going to be forgiven for sins that were so many years ago? Greed. How many jobs do we ship overseas? Under George Bush, we were losing 400,000 jobs a year potentially. We took all the good-paying jobs that went to Americans, we sent them overseas so that the people at the top of these corporations could get filthy rich and the American worker could get screwed. There's greed has killed us as well. And as Republicans, we need to own it, right? Have we had enough? Let me give you a quick story. So, this generational theft of a debt, $26 trillion right now, and the middle class has gotten killed way too bad. And we want to pass this on to our children. We want to endanger our own national security with this debt. Yeah, that's what the elites would want us to do. They're fine with that. You know, fiscal conservative historically meant that you spend only what you have. But then some of these elites convinced us that no, all it means is tax breaks. And what did that do to America? 1% of America has more wealth than the bottom 90%. 3 Americans have more wealth than the bottom 50%. Do we own greed as a problem? Have we screwed the middle class? So, and you keep going down. Gluttony. I mean, look at the governor of Illinois. There's a perfect example. Sloth. And the fact that, people don't want to work anymore. We become soft. We haven't fought a war. We become soft as a nation. So these deadly sins are what's killing America. How do we come back from these deadly sins and save this country? We do it by dying to self. So I got a letter suggesting that maybe a tax increase on the very, very wealthy, over 50 million, might be an idea. And it may not be a good idea. I threw it out there. I got the most hate-filled email from a big Republican donor that historically the email would have implied that he's a mafia boss and I'm some underling, foot soldier, that was given money and didn't do what he wanted for that money. You look at, the way the party has been done. We can't do that anymore. We all need to die to self. We need to ask the question. I'm not a big John F. Kennedy fan, but when he ask not what is best for you, but ask what is best for America, that's what we need to do right now. We have truth on our side. We are the side that prays. We are the side that is humble enough to ask God. And if we do ask Him, there's no reason, and what we ask for is right, there's no reason to believe He'll abandon us. We should win this battle, but we, the people in here right now, need to be disciples. We need to get out there. We need to tell other people, hey, quit being a coward. Your country is at stake. A friend of mine, a great guy, Tom Shippers, died about a year ago as a judge. And you know what a judge that died, you know what he told me? He told me that he didn't regret the things that he did in life, the sins that he committed. He regretted the omissions. And it took him a long time to forgive himself for those. So you know what? This is it, folks. We're all gonna meet our Maker. Either you can be a coward and worry about yourself, or you can fight for America and what's right.
That's right, amen!
Thank you, Mark. That's Mark Curran. He's running for the U.S. Senate. Next, I'd like